All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. It's Pastor Dow. I realize how that I can be an irritant to people who believe that they are somewhat sincere or serious about the Most High. Now, while we don't compare ourselves amongst ourselves or anything like that, what I do want to speak about here this morning is this. Check this out. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution, because I'm at the other land down here in Georgia, okay? Well, look what it says. What I've been telling y'all all this time and all along. And before I show you this, if you've been listening to me for any length of time whatsoever at all, you know how much I harp on being prepared, not having an entitlement mentality, not depending on other people for handout, not depending on government subsidiaries and benefits and all this other stuff, because one day is just simply not going to be there. And myself personally, I think it's the heightened sense of selfishness. When you have the ability and when you have the health and when you have all this time, all this energy and all this effort to be able to prepare, and you don't prepare, I think you deserve exactly what you get. Now, I believe in charity. I believe in handouts and all this other stuff. But when you ignoring a clear voice right here, I mean, look at this right here. Look, the Atlanta Journal Constitution. Look what it says. Food lines grow. You see that? Food lines grow. In other words, the pantries, they're running out of food. Because people have not prepared. They're not storing. The preachers are not telling them what's coming down the line, because without a vision, the people perish. The people ain't got no vision. These camps, these so-called Hebrew camps, they're all laughing stocks. These so-called Christian churches and preachers and stuff, they don't care nothing about you, the people. They got you thinking that everything is still going to be the same. They got you thinking that you're going to wake up tomorrow and it's just still going to be the same. And that whatever went on 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they got you thinking it's always going to be like that. And it's just simply not going to. And look what they says right here. They says, harsh pandemic, economy, sends more people to pantries to get next meal. And there's something wrong with me for telling people over 20-something years, go out and buy your own little piece of land, build your own little homestead, grow your own garden, and grow your own food, and get some heirloom seeds and stuff, and start getting into self-preservation mode. Because how long do you think the charity, these pantries, is going to be around? They ain't going to be around too much more longer, because they're drying up now. Because people, it's amazing how they know where to go to get the food, though, isn't it? Huh? Watch this, when they didn't do it themselves. Look at this. Increasing need has many worried about what's ahead. And not only that, I want y'all to see this part right here. Look at the lines, the car lines, just to go get free handout of food that they could have been preparing themselves. If the pastors had any vision, they could have been telling the people to go get some food. All these bishops, teachers, leaders, it's crazy. Let me read you a little bit of this. Watch this. This is by Matt Kemper. Henry Mitchell, a single dad with a teenage son, got in a long line recently to do something he said he never had done in his 59 years of living, seeking a handout of food. He had a heartbreaking amount of company. His hours as a customer service agent at the Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport have been cut 25% as the pandemic deflated travel demand. When you make $11.60 an hour after years on the job, every paid hour is precious. His $900 in savings dwindled to $25. A friend lent him $30 to help pay his phone bill. So Mitchell, who shares a one-bedroom East Point apartment with his son, a high school senior who works at a pizza joint, pulled his 12-year-old Dodge into line when he saw a food giveaway at a local retention center, a recreation center, excuse me. It felt kind of weird, but it was very exhilarating that somebody out there cares. Whoa, dang it. What do you mean that somebody out there cares? And then for us that are Israelites, how much of this food is being handed out is unclean. That, the Bible forbids us to eat it. Again, what do you mean somebody cares? Did you care enough to care for somebody else? No, you didn't. And I'm not being pessimistic. I'm not being insensitive or any of that thing. It's just that why put yourself in that position right there when you could do something about it? It's kind of like whenever Thanksgiving comes around or Christmas comes around, the people only care once a year for the bums. That's what they call them, the bums, or the people that are less fortunate that live under bridges in tent cities and stuff. One time in out of 365 days in a year, that charity is to give them a turkey to appease their own little wicked hearts and minds as if they've done something. What about the other 364 days a year if you're going to do that? See, and somebody said, well, what about you, Pastor? Well, in case many of you are new to this channel and don't know about Pastor Dow, I lead over 10 communities where people have gotten free from a situation like this to where they don't have to be in lines because we literally build our own homes, plant our own gardens, raise our own cattle, got plenty of chickens. We hunt. We do all this stuff so we don't have to depend on handouts like this because we care. See, doing something nowadays has become a curse to this society that we live in. It literally just doing something. Everybody wants a handout. Their hand is always out. Anyway, in communities throughout Metro Atlanta, virtually every day of the week, new people are lining up by the hundreds to get free food. I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm just going to leave it right there. I wonder how many of these people are Christians that are in line, or heathens, or pagans, or whatever it is, or Israelites, or whatever it is. And because they don't have a preacher that has a vision, they can be able to see the far off of what's getting ready to go down the line. I wonder what in the world is going on today. So much for dignity, huh? Now, I know. Pastor Dow, you some type of evil preacher. Listen to you. Listen to how you sound. You ought to have mercy. I do got mercy. That's why I do something. Because I have mercy and compassion. Most of you who don't know me, you don't have any idea how much this pastor, this preacher right here, helps people. You have no clue. I'm not going to get out here and grandstand in front of a camera and show you, look, we do this, I do that. No, I'm trying to keep my stuff that I do, the majority of it, in secret because I'm sending up timbers. You know what I mean? I want my reward up there. I ain't too much concerned about my reward down here. I want my reward in the kingdom, if you understand what I mean. But I tell you what, it's sad. It's sad that you ain't prepared, and meaning you ain't prepared because I keep telling you over and over again, those people who are fancy themselves to be leaders in your lives, they're not leaders at all. They don't care nothing about you. No way, shape, fashion, or form. And not only that, you don't even care enough about yourself to do something. So don't get mad at me because I'm putting a defibrillator on your mind and putting a foot off in your rear end to get you to moving. You should be thanking God that somebody like me is speaking in order to get you to moving, at least shock you into existence. When that belly hit that spine, the reality is going to be real. Y'all have a wonderful day.